Welcome to my channel, Antique Coin Story. If you're passionate about rare coins, ancient treasures, and fascinating stories from the past, you're in the right place. Watch this video till the end for amazing insights into the world of old coins. So let's get started. Below is a full, long, detailed, paragraph-style description of a 1917 United States 1 dime Mercury dime, based on the inscriptions you provided. Written in rich, historical, educational style, perfect for documentation, display, or your old gold coins YouTube channel. 1917. Liberty, in God we trust. 1 dime, United States of America. The 1917 United States 1 dime, widely recognized as part of the renowned Mercury Dimes series, represents one of the most admired and artistically celebrated silver coins of the early 20th century, minted only a few years after the introduction of the Mercury design in 1916. The 1917 dime captures the spirit of a nation entering a transformative era marked by its involvement in world war. On the obverse, the bold inscription Liberty arcs across the upper rim, surrounding the beautifully modeled portrait of Lady Liberty wearing a winged Phrygian cap, an artistic choice that symbolizes freedom of thought, intellectual liberty, and forward-looking national ideals. Although often mistaken for the Roman god Mercury, the figure is purely allegorical, crafted by sculptor Adolph A. Weinman, whose work reflects the neoclassical revival that shaped much of America's early modern coinage. Beneath Liberty's chin appears the phrase, "In God we trust," a declaration of national faith that was already deeply rooted in American currency by this time. At the bottom of the design, the date 1917 marks the second year of this series' production, and a moment when the United States economy and society were rapidly evolving under wartime conditions, giving this coin a strong historical and cultural presence. Turning to the reverse, the inscription, United States of America, forms a striking border around one of the most symbolic and intricate designs in American numismatics. At the center stands a fasces, a bundle of rods encasing a single blade representing unity, authority, and strength. Emerging from cooperation, a powerful message for a nation rallying its resources during war. Winding around the fasces is a delicately engraved olive branch, a timeless symbol of peace reflecting America's hope that strength and unity would ultimately lead to stability and harmony once global conflict had ended. Together, these images present a balanced vision of strength through peace, a duality unique to the Mercury Dimes identity. Beneath the central imagery rests the coin's denomination, 1 dime engraved in clean classical lettering, struck in an alloy of 90% silver and 10% copper. The 1917 Mercury dime holds both precious metal value and deep collector appeal, especially because early years of the series tend to have historical charm, varying mintages and distinctive wear patterns from circulation. Today, the 1917 dime is appreciated for its blend of beauty, symbolism, and historical significance, making it not just a piece of currency but a testament to the artistic and national values of the United States during a turbulent yet defining period. Below is a full, long, detailed paragraph-style description of a 1918 United States 1 dime, Mercury dime, written in a rich historical and collectible style, perfect for documentation, or your old gold coins YouTube channel. Karain. Liberty, in God we trust. 1 dime, United States of America. The 1918 United States 1 dime, part of the celebrated Mercury Dime series, stands as an elegant and historically significant silver coin minted during one of the most intense and transitional years in American and world history. On the obverse, the design prominently features the inscription Liberty along the upper edge, framing the iconic portrait of Lady Liberty wearing a winged Phrygian cap. This artistic image, crafted by renowned sculptor Adolph A. Weinman, symbolizes freedom of thought and the intellectual independence that the United States aspired to during the early 20th century. The winged cap, though often mistaken for the Roman god, Mercury actually represents a forward-looking, enlightened society. Below the portrait, the national motto, "In God we trust," is carefully engraved, affirming the spiritual values that had become deeply embedded in American coinage. The date 1918 appears at the bottom and marks a year of immense national activity as the United States navigated the final phases of World War I, military mobilization, and widespread economic changes. Because of its timing, every 1918 Mercury Dime serves as a small but powerful artifact of the wartime American experience, representing both resilience and transition. On the reverse side, the inscription, United States of America, arches around one of the most symbolically rich designs in American numismatics. At the center is a fasces, a bundle of wooden rods tied together around an axe blade, symbolizing unity, lawful strength, and the idea that a nation is strongest when its people stand together. Intertwined with the fasces is a finely detailed olive branch, representing peace, hope, and restoration. An especially meaningful message in 1918 as the world looked toward the end of conflict and the possibility of lasting peace. Together, these symbols illustrate the delicate balance between national strength and the desire for harmony, a dual message perfectly suited to the wartime context. At the lower portion of the coin, the denomination 1 dime is engraved in classical lettering, emphasizing clarity and tradition. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, the 1918 Mercury Dime carries intrinsic metal value along with collector interest, especially because coins from the World War I years often show fascinating wear patterns or mint-related variations. Today, the 1918 Mercury Dime is treasured by collectors for its artistry, symbolism, and connection to a pivotal moment in history, making it not only a piece of currency but also a silver relic of early 20th century American identity and strength. Below is a full, long, detailed, paragraph-style description of a 1919 United States 1 dime, Mercury Dime, based on the inscription you provided. I'll write it in a rich, historical, educational style suitable for your coin documentation or your Old Gold Coins YouTube channel. 1919. Liberty, in God we trust. 1 dime, United States of America. The 1919 United States 1 dime, commonly known as the Mercury Dime, is a historic silver coin minted during the early part of the 20th century, representing the artistry and symbolism of American coinage during the post-World War I era. The obverse of the coin prominently displays the word liberty along the upper rim, framing the allegorical portrait of Lady Liberty wearing a winged Phrygian cap, a design created by the acclaimed sculptor Adolph A. Weinman. Despite the common nickname, the figure is not the Roman god Mercury. Instead, the winged cap symbolizes freedom of thought, a major ideal of the United States during a time of global transformation. Below the portrait appears the motto, "In God We Trust," a standard national motto that had become a key part of American currency by the early 20th century. The date 1919, placed at the lower edge of the coin, marks a year of national recovery and transition following the end of World War I, giving this coin historical significance as part of the era's social and economic narrative. On the reverse, the inscription, United States of America, forms a circular border surrounding him. Intricately engraved fasces, a bundle of wooden rods, bound together with a protruding axe blade, symbolizing unity, lawful strength, and authority under a democratic nation. Intertwining the fasces is an olive branch that represents peace, reflecting America's hope for stability in a world that had just emerged from war. Beneath these symbols appears the denomination 1 dime, indicating its value within the U.S. monetary system. Crafted from 90% silver and 10% copper, this coin carries both collectible and intrinsic metal value, and many surviving pieces show varying degrees of wear depending on circulation. The combination of artistic excellence, national symbolism, and historical timing makes the 1919 Mercury Dime a highly respected piece among coin collectors, embodying both the beauty and resilience of early 20th century America. Below is a full, long, detailed, paragraph-style description of a 1923 United States 1 dime, Mercury Dime, written in rich historical, collectible, and educational style. Perfect for your documentation or old gold coins. YouTube channel. 1923. Liberty, in God We Trust. 1 dime, United States of America. The 1923 United States 1 dime, part of the distinguished Mercury Dime series, is a beautifully struck silver coin, representing the artistry and national spirit of early 20th century America. On the obverse, the design is crowned with the prominent inscription, Liberty, encircling the finely sculpted portrait of Lady Liberty wearing a winged Phrygian cap. Created by master engraver Adolph A. Weinman, this portrait is widely admired for its elegant neoclassical style and symbolic meaning. The wings on Liberty's cap, often mistaken as an indication that the figure is the Roman god, Mercury actually, symbolize freedom of thought, intellectual independence, and progression toward a more enlightened era. Below Liberty's chin appears the national motto, "In God We Trust," a declaration of American faith and cultural identity that had become a standard part of U.S. coinage. The date 1923, placed at the lower rim, identifies the coin as a product of a period marked by economic recovery, the rise of modern America, and the dynamic social changes of the early 1920s. Dimes of this year are especially interesting to collectors because the nation was still adjusting to post-World War I conditions, and the U.S. Mint's production numbers varied significantly from year to year, making certain date and mint combinations harder to find in high grade. On the reverse, the inscription, United States of America, forms a strong circular frame around one of the most symbolic images in American numismatics. At the center stands a fasces, a bundle of rods tightly bound together with a protruding axe blade. This ancient Roman emblem represents unity, lawful strength, and the idea that a nation is strongest when its people stand together in purpose. Interwoven with the fasces is a beautifully detailed olive branch, a symbol of peace, reconciliation, and the hope for stability during a decade marked by rapid change. The combination of strength and peace reflects the cultural balance the United States sought after emerging from global conflict and entering the ambitious, modernizing spirit of the 1920s. Beneath these central images lies the denomination 1 dime, engraved in clear classic lettering. Struck from an alloy of 90% silver and 10% copper, the 1923 Mercury dime carries both intrinsic metal value and strong historical significance. Many surviving examples show attractive, natural toning or distinct wear patterns from circulation, adding to their character and collectability. Today, the 1923 Mercury dime is prized by numismatists for its timeless artistry, elegant symbolism, and its role as a miniature silver artifact from one of the most transformative decades.